So, you're in the safe house in Freelancer chilling, and you decide to visit the gym in my pristine suit because that's not weird or narcissistic at all. No siree. Well, if you do that, you might stumble on a bit of an interesting bug, shall we say. Depending on your suit, your mirror self might be missing a few things, like buttons, or a tie, or a weird flower thing. Literally unplayable, I know. Why does this happen? Well, I can actually answer that pretty quickly. It's to do with certain accessories only having one LOD model, and because the mirror is looking to not render high LODs to save on performance, the mirror misinterprets some of the image and you get this abomination. And if you understood any of that, then you don't need this video. But for everyone else, let's break down what's happening here. LOD models, or level of detail as it's commonly written as, is a developer technique that swaps models out for higher or lower quality models the nearer or further away you are from the subject. Pretty much every game since the mid-90s, popularized, possibly codified by Spyro the Dragon, uses this technique. The idea is that it works by exploiting player perception of model detail in that the player can't really tell a high quality model from far away versus a lower quality model that is also the same distance away from them, especially back in the PS1 era. Ergo, you don't need to load a high poly model all the time, waste GPU resources and just slowing things down. Very handy on consoles, and it's stuck around because it's just that useful. LODs are also used in the instance we're seeing here, to make lower quality models for different hardware. The reason this happens on this specific mirror, actually two specific mirrors in the upstairs bathroom also has this issue, is because it directly faces the outside, which is a little uncommon in this game. Most instances of mirrors in Hitman are set up in such a way so that there's a wall or facing the mirror to avoid issues like this. There are some exceptions to this rule, such as Bangkok and Whittleton Creek, but those are exceptions, not the rule. See, the developers decided, in a pretty smart move, to just enforce a specific LOD for these mirrors, so everything reflected back looks good enough so the players won't see the issue. The trees behind 47 here are in a lower LOD, but you can't really tell unless you look for the inconsistencies, which is what I'm here for. Hello. The side effect is that 47 suits have some missing parts. I actually did plan showing them off here to the tune of We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel, but I can't sing very well, so I'll let someone else do that. I'm here for the stats. Anyway, the winter suit is a very good example of this. Now, because I'm naughty, and I'm actually showing off the potential problem here, I've actually gone out of my way and extracted the model, actually models. The game makes use of several parts to make one homogeneous thing to use in the game. As you can see here, the tie and jacket parts of the suit only have one LOD. Ignore the flat model for the tie, that's a physics related thing as I understand it, and since those are the only LODs that are in the model of these parts, the mirror de-renders them, as it appears to consider it the highest LOD model and it doesn't want to render that specific thing to save on performance. As you can see on the left hand side of this list of parts, every other part of the suit has proper LODs and gets rendered as it should in the mirror, except for the tie and the jacket. Now, to fix this, all I would have to do is modify what the mirror is set to render, which is what they've done for Whittleton Creek. It just renders at the highest LOD where appropriate. Sans 47's eyebrows. This is much easier than going through about 40 or so suits, not to mention ones we don't have access to, just to solve this roundabout problem. I do have a favourite broken suit, by the way, the Snow Festival suit, or the Arctic Parka as it should be called. It's entirely broken by these mirrors. It looks hilarious. So, that's the issue, and that's how to solve it. At least, I think that's the issue, and I think that's how to solve it. Anyway, I'm going to play some Windbound and Freelancer, and I'll talk to you a lot later. See ya!